This is Carl with the three things I'm watching for Tuesday, June the 3rd. Starting out, we got the census numbers that came out yesterday. Pretty good usage numbers for the month of April. Soybean crush record 202 million bushels. Corn for ethanol, we were down 6% from March, 425.8 million bushels. Not too surprising. We had a lot of ethanol plants that took downtime for their maintenance in March into April, and that did affect our grind there a little bit. I expect to see that come back up here when we get into May. Not too surprising to see that dip there. All in all, really good demand numbers though, and they do support the higher usage forecasts we have been seeing. The planning progress report also came out yesterday after the close. What I'm focused on, how many acres we have left to plant. As of Sunday, according to the planting progress numbers, we had 6.7 million corn acres and 13.4 million soybean acres left to seed in the United States. Not too worried about the soybeans. We got time to get those in yet. And we do have time to get some corn in, but we're at the point now, and this is every year, the later you plant, the yield decline. We've heard the whole story that, early planting does favor corn yield. Doesn't mean the crop's going to be lost. We know that. My thing is these 6.7 million acres, there's a lot of them that not only have been, they've been seeded once. They need to be replanted. Definitely a tale of two corn belts. The Western Corn Belt looking basically very, very good right now. Eastern Corn Belt, there is some issues here. Question is how much? And that's what trade's really trying to determine right now. Crop conditions, corn did improve 1% last week, 69% good to excellent. Last year at this time, that crop was rated 74% good to excellent. Initial soybean crop rating coming out 67% good to excellent. Slightly, on the low end of what trade was expecting. So take those numbers with a grain of salt. We are at the prevent plant date on insurance, so it's going to be interesting to see how much corn continues to go in the ground when we look at market economics the way they are, including weather forecasts too. Third thing I'm watching today, you guessed it, U.S. trade relations. Yesterday, a statement from the White House that all parties by Wednesday need to submit their trade plans and proposals to the White House, and then the White House will determine what their tariffs will be. Um, it's a strange one for me, but that's where we're at, and we're going to see how this goes forward. Trade really focused on progress, no matter how it happens. And bottom line, talks with China completely stalled. Japan taking a very hard line with the U.S., and now the EU saying they will retaliate against the U.S. on steel and aluminum tariffs. So you got to ask yourself, is it going from is it getting better on the trade war front, or are we going from bad to worse? Next several days here will likely answer those questions for us. Good thing is we're not seeing safe haven buying this morning, and that is bringing some money back to the commodities a little bit. Those are the three things I'm watching today.